Hello everybody, my name is Cool Blue and I'm bringing you guys viewer replay cast number 8 and everything is back on track. The numbers should be perfectly fine now. I have not skipped a number since number 5, which was recorded right before this one, which is actually pretty weird. But you guys don't know that, you guys don't really concerned about that because we're watching this in the future, and in the future you guys don't really care what time this was uploaded. Just as long as you see the game uploaded, right? So anyway, this is viewer replay cast number 8. This was sent in to me by somebody. I'm not going to tell you guys who it was sent in by, because the general assumption is, as always, that the person who sent it in is probably the one who won, or on the team that won. So that'll be spoilers for you guys, and that would not be fun. So in order to make everything spoiler free, I'm not going to tell you guys who sent it in until the very end. Hopefully we do have ourselves a very interesting game. We do have a single draft, so this is pretty darn interesting to begin with. So... oh, actually no, I take it back. It's going to be pretty sad because I'm not going to be able to see who was in the pool for the single draft, so I'm not going to be able to see who these guys got to pick for. But I'm pretty sure if we see a Magnus, I'm pretty sure he was in the pool, and obviously. And if we see a Darkseer, he was in the pool. If we see a Bat Rider, he was definitely in the pool. So pretty much all the OP champions will probably be picked first. And there's a Silencer being picked. He's relatively OP. And who will be next? I don't really know. Waiting for the next pick. Taking a little long. There's a Centaur, Silencer, Centaur. Not really sure what's going on with that first pick, but it looks like they got skipped over. Okay, it's confusing. Alright, there we go. Teams are finally starting to come in. I think it might be a glitch with the replay thing, but whatever. At any rate, looks like, whoa, free camera. What are you doing? There we go. Free camera is on. Cool. Since the whole entire dire side was picked up, let me go ahead and introduce them first. Starting with this Skeleton King. On the Skeleton King, we have Quentin Baratino. Obviously not Quentin Tarantino. We have Anal Avenger. Very weird name. On that Death Prophet, we have Sana. On that Huskar, we have Still Faith. On that Venomancer, and we have Wayward on that Nature's Prophet. Moving on to the Radiant side, we have Baners. We have Beaners on that Centaur War Chief. We have Koza Nostra on that Silencer. We have Tony Maraz on that Vengeful Spirit. We have Ice 1 or Icy 112 Rod on that Lifestealer. And last but not least, we have... woo. Oh, that makes you sad. Sorry. And last but not least, we have Heffalumps&Woozles. I'm pretty sure it's a reference to something. But I honestly thought, when I first saw it, I said, I'm a Hufflepuff. And I was like, oh my god, I remember that video. But anyway, no, sadly it doesn't. Name's still cool, though. Name's still cool. So this is via matchup. I really don't know how these lanes are going to work out. Because between Lifesteal and Troll Warlord and Silencer, well, assuming this is a carry Silencer,
the battle begins.
they all need a lot of farm. And on the other side of the spectrum, you have between Skeleton King and Huskar, they need a lot of farm too. More so more so Skeleton King than Huskar. Actually, they pretty much need the same exact items if you think about it. Alright, that was a weird silence. Anyway, let me go ahead and move on to the lanes, because the lane matchups is always fun to talk about. On this bottom lane, we will in fact see ourselves a carry. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we have a Silencer, Vengeful Spirit versus a Nature's Prophet, Death Prophet. So it'll be a battle of the prophets by the looks of it. Oh, sorry, prophets versus. Oh, come on, you guys. You guys should have something in common. Prophets versus the Disablers. Let's put it that way to make it more fun. Moving on to the mid lane, we have Troll Warlord, who is on fire. Troll Warlord versus Huskar. I honestly think this would be an interesting matchup to see, because I don't know. I really don't know who will win this fight. I think Huskar will win it early on, but Troll Warlord will win it definitely late game. Moving on to the top lane, we have somebody taking a lot of harassment. We have Centaur War Chief and Lifestealer versus a Venomancer Skeleton King. And a lot of damage has been traded between the two. Venomancer is being very aggressive. He did in fact put himself an early point into that Poison Sting, and he built a Band of Elven Skin first. I don't agree with this at all. Oh my god. I think in one of my videos previously, I spent a long, extended amount of time talking about why I do not prefer to see that Band of Elvenskin first. It's not really a good choice. And meanwhile, Lifesteal trying to be a little aggressive. He is taking a lot of damage from the tower. He did activate that rage to do a little bit more damage, but that's about it. And he pops himself and he'll be fine. Centaur started with boots first. I do not agree with that at all. I think in my long explanation on what I agree with and what I didn't agree with about going for the Bandit Elvenskin first, I think somewhere along the lines I said boots first will be more preferable, but then I went back later and said no, I take that back. I would prefer to see the stat item over the boots, because boots give you 50 movement speed, which is not much. Like Centaur's moving at 350, cool, big deal. Lifesteal's moving at 315. Troll Whirler is moving 35 more movement speed faster than Troll Whirler or than Lifestealer, and Lifesteal is still moving relatively slow. So these guys are moving slow regardless. But I would still much prefer to see that Band of Elvenskin. I still don't agree with it, but it's better than boots first. Anyway, moving on to the actual talking about the game. Last hits, as far as they go, Troll Warlord is winning his lane so far. Not really by much. It's only one last hit, really, between the two of them. So these guys are going back and forth. They're going blow for blow. They have a lot of regen in their lane. There's a lot of regen all around the map, especially on the Silencer. Silencer did decide to build himself that headdress first, so I'm not really sure if we're going to be seeing a carry version of him or not. If we are seeing a support Silencer, I'm not really sure why Vengeful Spirit and Silencer are in the same lane. Because to be honest, Lifestealer and Troll Warlord, Lifestealer and Centaur could potentially just swap, one of them swap a place with one of the supports down bottom, and they'll pretty much be fine. Because these guys are, well, if you take it to the basis of all this, these two guys are ranged and these two guys are melee. I mean, that's really the basis behind my thinking. So if you swap the Centaur with the Vengeful Spirit, and then boom, you instantly got two kill lanes. One on the top lane, you have a kill lane between the Centaur, you have a kill lane between the Vengeful Spirit, and you also have a kill lane between Lifesteal, because Lifesteal can do a lot of damage, Vengeful Spirit can keep a stun. And also on the we got Death Prophet taking a lot of, oh gosh, Death Prophet taking a lot of damage. She is running back home. She's trying to get away as fast as she can. But long story short, they could potentially set up a kill lane if they just send one of these supports top and send one of the guys up top, or one of the guys who really want farm down bottom. Especially seeing that Silencer build himself straight for that headdress. I don't like. Headdress is cool. Headdress is cool and all. It gives you +2 to all attributes, and it gives you a bonus 3 regen. I mean, that's sweet. That's nice. But a tango and maybe some branches. I mean, anytime you ask me about early game build, I'm always gonna include a tango and some branches and something else. A tango and some branches would definitely be much better than going straight for that headdress. A headdress involves a recipe. It also involves, what else? A headdress involves a recipe, a ring of regen, which gives you really decent regen early on. So he won't have to invest in that. I'll give him that much, but he's not going to be doing any extra damage stats or anything. And he has that +7 from Vengeful Spirit. So I guess technically speaking, because of the way the lane's matching up, he has that +7 from Vengeful Spirit. He doesn't really need much to get extra damage. This lane lineup, I will go back and say his lane lineup is pretty much helping him out a lot, because he's getting that bonus 12% damage, so it's definitely helping him out last hitting. But I still would prefer to see some item other than headdress, especially since he's not really playing a support role, I'm assuming. Anyway, Lifesteal is going to go on his Venomancer. He is slowed up by the Poison Sting. It is a level 2 Poison Sting, so he's slowed by, was it 10% or 12%? 12%. So he's slowed by that. And Centaur already has his ulti. Wow. So this lane's pretty aggressive going mid. The mids do farm a lot faster. Meanwhile, oh god, there's no courier on the side of the Radiant. There's a leap on top of Centaur. Centaur's in a lot of trouble. He's getting blocked by his creeps, and that will be first blood in mid. So Huskar very patient on that lane. Like I said earlier, Huskar will pretty much win his lane versus Troll Warlord. Anyway, oh my god, dear Jesus, Huskar. Huskar had himself 7 tangos and 3 Sal's. You're wasting your money, Huskar. You're wasting your money. You don't need it. And he has Inner Vitality. As far as what Huskar's doing at this moment, 7 tango. Okay, regen is important in lane. I understand that, but there is a such thing as buying too much regen. Usually 6 tangos is great. 7 tangos. Me seeing 7 tangos on Huskar implies that Huskar had himself 9 tangos or more. I'm pretty sure it's probably more, or maybe he has some bought out to him. Regardless, he's wasting his money on regen, especially when he has an Inner Vitality. He's actually taking the time to put 2 points into that. And he's not putting any points inside Berserker's Blood, which I don't agree with at all. Berserker's Blood is what makes Huskar do a lot of damage. If you look at the Burning Spear, let's see, it lasts 7 seconds, is 60 damage per tick. So it's damage per second. Yeah. Yep, damage per second, 16 times 7. Jeez, they never give me good numbers to deal with. I don't know. I'll worry about that later. Meanwhile, we got Centaur going a little bit aggro on these two, and Lifesteal is just hanging out around the back. Lifesteal is playing very afraid. Centaur does have himself those tranquil boosts, so he can do that. He can run up, throw a few abilities, and then heal himself up on the backside. Meanwhile, we got Death Prophet taking a lot of damage down bottom. There's a stun thrown on top of her by the looks of it. She's running away. Silencer's also around the corner. He has no mana. Vengeful Spirit has a mana. Prophet is just here to make sure that these guys don't be a little too aggressive. He does not have any points in his teleportation, which I'm pretty sure he'll get one soon, because the TP on Nature's Prophet is very fun. It'll instantly make any lane a kill lane. Meanwhile, we have, oh god, beautiful silence. I never thought about the combination between Nature's Prophet and Death Prophet. They can sell some pretty good combos. Basically, Nature's Prophet throws down the trees, and Invincible Death Prophet silences them. Speaking of silences, we have Nature's Prophet taking a little bit of damage from the last word. He is disabled now. He's trying to run away. Centaur, meanwhile, is activating his ulti. He's trying to go on a Huskar. He's staying in range for him. And we have a kill up top. Centaur died to the tower, so the goal was split among people. It looks like he was stunned up, and the tower was doing damage to him, I'm assuming. He almost got the Venom answer, but it was not enough. Lifesteal is also there to help, but Lifesteal is not doing any damage just yet. He needs a lot more farm. So far, to be honest, this game is going extremely weirdly. Like, this is a really weird game. Huskar, you're spending way too much on these tangos and salves. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's just assume that Huskar just bought 3 healing salves. 3 healing salves cost 300 gold. So for 50 more gold, he could have got himself a consistent. Where's the heck is this thing? He could have got himself a ring of regen, which would give him that passive HP regen that he really needs. I do not like to be honest. I think Huskar is a relatively new player by the looks of it, because usually you see very new players buy 20 salves. Meanwhile, bottom tower is going down. Bottom tower will be going down to the Silencer, so Silencer gets a little bit extra gold for himself. And now Vengeful Spirit and Silencer will escape with all the spoils of war. But anyway, Huskar's building way too many healing salves. I do not understand why he's building so many. It's actually kind of frustrating to see, but as I always say, I'm not the one playing the game, these guys are, so whatever choices they made have already been made. I think it would be much more efficient if Huskar would have built himself some type of regen. With this gold, that's 300 gold plus, okay, it's 300, let's just take that 300 gold into consideration. That's 300 gold. Right now he has 500 gold. Let's say he really wanted some type of sustain. He could have been built for the Helmet of Dominator, or maybe that Mask of Madness. And right now he'll be almost at the helmet of Iron Will, which will give him even better regen. Here we go. We got Huskar going on top of his Lifesteal. Lifesteal turns right here. He throws on the open wounds on top of Huskar. These guys going blow for blow. Huskar needs more points inside that Berserker's blood. That kill would have been a lot easier if he would have had more points. And there we go. He activates his salve and he throws out the Inner Vitality. Inner Vitality does not boost your salve. It does not boost your salve. It does not boost your salve. It does not boost your salve. Inner Vitality only boosts your regen. So maybe if you ate a tree and then activate Inner Vitality, then it'll work out. But if you activate a salve, salve gives you, it restores only 400 HP over this amount of time. And whoa, axis thrown. Very wild axis. Anyway, hold on. Enough of me ranting about that. We got Skeleton King thinking about going on top of Silencer. Skeleton King versus Silencer. I think Silencer will win this fight. Especially since Skeleton King needs his mana so he can come back alive. Meanwhile, we got engagement coming on mid. We got 4 on 2. Yeah, 4 on 3. 3 on the side of the Radiant, and the fight breaks out. There's a stun thrown on top of Troll Roller activates his ulti, and there's open wounds on top of Skeleton King, but no, Troll Roller goes down a little bit too fast, and these guys get a free kill. So it's a free kill for them. And now this middle tower will be getting pushed. I hear, what would I hear? Okay, I hear Centaur. Centaur activates his ulti, but he's caught up by trees. He doesn't have any items. He can't fight his way out. He's gonna turn around, try to do a little bit of damage, but his boots are broken, and he's sad. He's trying to run. He has a haste rune on his persons, but will he be going down? He will be going down to the fire from Huskar. And there's more of an engagement going on mid. Skeleton King is going all in. He doesn't care. He can die. He should turn around and just die. Come on, Skeleton King, just hurry up and die. There we go. Skeleton King has died. Now there'll be an AoE slow on everybody, which is very good for the team fight. Huskar's ready to go in. Skeleton King's back alive. He threw out a stun, and he got a kill on that. That could potentially go for these last two. There's a TP canceled on the Troll Roller. He did activate his ulti a little bit too late. Or a little bit too early. He didn't shift Q instead. Huskar's gonna go ahead and jump on top of the Vengeful Spirit. He gets a kill on top of her. Meanwhile, Silencer is trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and I don't really know what's going on. This game is pretty darn weird so far. I honestly think that if the Radiant do end up losing this game, which it looks like they might be, I'm sorry to be calling this so early, but if they do end up losing this game, it might be mainly because of that early lane matchup. Centaur Centaur and Invincible Spirit would mesh extremely well because Invincible Spirit could throw a stun on top of somebody. Centaur could come run up and stun him, or potentially Centaur plus Silencer, because Silencer can. Oh no. Centaur and Invincible Spirit would actually be the best one. Meanwhile, this tower is getting counter sieged by the Radiant. Oh wow, how did they get this close? I don't understand. The Dire playing very passive. They're backing up. There's Nature Prophet's in the jungle. He's farming up the jungle creeps. Why not? Death Prophet's over here. She's not in the fight. We got a stun throw on top of Centaur. Centaur's ulti is up in a few seconds. Gale does miss, so he's able to get that. Oh my gosh, beautiful stun on Centaur. There goes the double edge, and there's a leap on top of Centaur. Centaur's taking a lot of damage, but meanwhile, so is Huskar. The Skeleton King might be going down soon. This Prophet comes around the corner, she activates the ulti, and Venomancer activates his ulti as well. It catches the Invincible Spirit. Invincible Spirit will not be going down. She will be perfectly fine. This is all she doesn't take any more damage. There she goes. She will be perfectly fine. She'll just run back home and heal on up. Why not? And also the ulti did run out as well. But anyway, Death Prophet did come mid, so this tower was counter siege, and I don't really. That was once again extremely weird. I did not expect that at all. I honestly thought the Dire had a really good hold on things, but no, they left a little bit too early, and the Radiant decided to capitalize and push, which I totally agree. A lot of times when you see teams have a standoff like that, both teams would just stand back and do nothing. So very, very well played on the side of the Radiant for just going ahead and push. I mean, why not? You have Centaur ulti. Oh, sorry, you have Troll Warlord ulti. You also have Centaur ulti as well because they're on the same team. So they both can throw out their abilities, and if a team, I'm sorry, Troll Warlord can throw out his ability so everybody can attack faster, and if a team fight does in fact break out, then Centaur just activate his ulti, and you guys can have a pretty much a really darn good team fight. And there's also lifesteal here as well, so this tower will be going down. Venomancer is going to throw up the gale, it hits on the Troll Warlord, he's able to make it alive. There was no denial on the tower, and now this middle tower is gone, so it's a little bit of standoff. I hear a stun thrown out by Skeleton King. It was hit on top of lifesteal. Lifesteal was able to get away by the looks of it. He does have his rage up, he does have his ulti up, and now we got, whoa, who's this? We got an invisible silencer. He's walking around the corner. He built himself a void stone, so he's looking for that mana regeneration. To be honest, a better source of mana regeneration is that Ring of Basilius. But anyway, enough of that. Centaur ulti is up. There's a swap on top of Venomancer. Venomancer's put into a bad spot. Centaur's doing a lot of damage, but he's not enough. He will be going down. Silencer comes on the corner. He doesn't have enough mana for his ulti, and Huskar did in fact leap earlier. Meanwhile, Skeleton King is losing a lot of damage from that Curse of Silence. And Centaur is trying to do what he can to slow everybody down, but there we go. Throw your axes. Stun throw on top of Huskar, and everybody's taking damage from Death Prophet. Death Prophet, very nice ulti. People just walking right by and say, "Hey, bro, kill me first." And now these guys are gonna be in full retreat. Radiant, very good idea to be in full retreat. You do not need to go in this fight. Meanwhile, I hear Silencer raging. Silencer's raging. Silencer, why you rage? Okay, Silencer's raging for creeps. He's trying to build himself a hand of minus, he's trying to build himself those treads. They will be bought to him, but the courier is still walking, so that's going to take ages for them to get to him. Meanwhile, Troll Warlord goes ahead and builds himself a Morbid Mask. Really cool on him. He gets leaped on top by Huskar. Huskar's missing all his attacks, but it doesn't matter. Huskar's still doing damage, and there he goes. He goes down. Huskar might be going down to the Curse of Silence. He will be going down to the Curse of Silence. Very well played by Silencer. One more auto attack on Venomancer. He will be going down, but no, he'll be able to make it out just alive, just fine. We got a TP coming in mid from the Skeleton King. Skeleton King is ready to fight. His ulti's up in 14 seconds, so he won't be killed relatively soon. Meanwhile, Lifestealer is still farming in the jungle. Why not? He needs his gold, he needs his farm, he needs items, and there's a stun throw on top of Invincible Spirit. Invincible Spirit in a little bit of trouble. So much damage being done in such a little bit of time. And there's Silencer throwing out the Curse of Silence on top of Skeleton King. Skeleton King is sad now. He doesn't have enough mana for his ulti. He's in trouble. Skeleton King is trying to build himself an armlet by the looks of it. Before treads, I mean, decent choice indeed. Armlet is more useful than treads to me, in my personal opinion. Treads, you can tread switch, cool, that's about it. Armlet, you can toggle, and you can stay alive. You can do a lot of damage, and also gives you that bonus attack speed. So pretty much so far, everything's going around. I mean, this is a big standoff in mid. I think this will be a standoff that'll last forever. Troller pops his ulti, why not? It's only 20-second cooldown. He can pop it whenever he wants. And let me take a look at the items while I have a moment of peace. Centaur is trying to build himself a hooded or cloak, and whoa, we might have engagement. Troll needs to back up a little bit. We got somebody coming around the back. Skeleton King's coming around the back. He has no mana, but he's still coming around the back. Huskar decides to leap on top of Troll Warlord. Troll will take a lot of damage. Skeleton King will be able to help out, and he does. Troll Warlord does go down to the Huskar. There's a stun throw on top of Skeleton King. Skeleton King will have enough mana for his ulti very soon. Oh man. Okay, there we go. Skeleton King will have enough mana for his ulti pretty soon. Just as long as he doesn't get hit with the last word, he'll be perfectly fine. His ulti does cost 140 mana, which is a lot, especially considering that he has no mana. As far as how Skeleton King's deciding to build, it looks like he did max that Hellfire Blast first, and then he was putting points into his stun. Whoa. He was putting points into stats. Sorry. And he also put a point in critical strike. I don't know if I agree with this completely, mainly because you don't really attack fast enough or hit hard enough to really take advantage of critical strike early on. So just go ahead and put more that's 2 more stats that could have been put into. That's 2 more skill points that could have been put into stats, which I think might have worked out a little bit better for him. He would have a little bit more mana. But anyway, all that aside, we got the middle tower being sieged by Treants and also Venomancer wards, and Vincent Spear decides to swap on Nature Prophet. This is cool. And there goes the Centaur ulti. These guys are looking to engage, but no. Trollwooler decides to farm a few creeps, so there's nobody getting caught with that. Centaur is caught with the Gale, and he's still trying to go. He throws out the stun, but it hits nobody. There's Nature Prophet throwing out the ulti. Death Prophet throws out her ulti as well. So much damage being done on the first strike, and these guys are going to go to run away while they can. Very disjointed team fight. I honestly think that Trollwooler needed to, instead of farming creeps, he needed to go for the kill and go for the engagement. That was almost a picture perfect engagement by Troll or by Centaur. Meanwhile, Troll is taking a lot of damage. He needs to use his face so he can run away. He's getting caught up by creeps, and one more hit, he goes down. I hear a rage from Lifesteal still farming around the corner. Meanwhile, we got team fight continuing mid. A lot of damage being done back and forth. Skeleton King can't go down. He doesn't care. He has mana for his ulti. Why not? So he's gonna go ahead and run away. No, he's gonna stay here and keep fighting. He has his armlet recipe up, so he can use that and toggle a lot. Bait a few fights. I've lost a lot of fights versus Skeleton King, mainly because he had an armlet and I wasn't paying attention. I was like, okay, I'm Bounty Hunter. I can just kill him with one hit. And as soon as I do one Janata Strike and he has 3 HP left, he toggles his armlet and gets like 700 HP. I was like, ah. Anyway, long story short, I had bad experiences versus Skeleton Kings. All that aside, let's take a look at the items, because I was trying to do that earlier, but the siege continues. Jesus, stop fighting, guys. Okay, siege continues. As middle tower will be going down, I think that will be the end of the siege. To be honest, Huskar's looking like he's looking to leap somebody. He could potentially leap the Silencer and get a kill on him, get a quick kill. Silencer never has enough mana for his ulti, which is bad all around. Looks like I'm really curious to see what he's going to be building. Right now he has 16k gold built up in the bank. No, not 16k, sorry. 1,600 gold built up in the stored up in the bank. What he's gonna be building with that, I don't know. Meanwhile, it looks like Venomancer is building himself a. Okay, what are you building, Venomancer? Either an orchid or a butterfly. I really hope he's not building a butterfly. He did build a tread, so he might be building a butterfly. I would prefer to see Venomancer be a support, because Venomancer plays a supportive role very well. His level 1 Gale is very good for helping people get kills, and his level 4 Plague Wards. Those are extremely good at scouting and also pushing and counter pushing. Just drop a giant glob of those near your tower, and there's nobody pushing to your tower anytime soon. Of course, you do need time to set it up, but I would still much prefer to see Venomancer not play a carry role, more so play a support role. Probably because I usually only play Venomancer support. If I play him carry, I'm pretty much not fun. Anyway, Skeleton King's run away. He took a little bit of damage from the jungle creeps. He's gonna toggle his armlet on so he can stay alive, and then he'll turn it off. And he'll have 2 HP, and he'll panic and probably toggle back on. Lols, why not? There he toggles it off, and he toggles it again. But anyway, the top tower is being sieged by the Radiant. So the Radiant are doing a really good job pushing. The team fight shall commence. Trollwooler's ulti is up, so he is hit by the Gale. Activate your ulti, Trollwooler. Activate your ulti. No, he decides to go for a stun. Very nice stun on his part. He's able to get the kill on top of. Both Venomancer and Huskar. And there's a Trollwooler ulti. If Centaur activates his, okay, he already uses ulti. He has an axis thrown out by the Trollwooler, so now every attack from Skeleton King will be missing, and Trollwooler is able to reach the Skeleton King. There's a stun on top of Skeleton King. Skeleton King's taking a lot of damage. There's a double edge, and Skeleton King does go down. His ulti was up, so he will be coming up. These guys are trying to run away from the slow, but no, Silencer's not fast enough. There's a stun thrown out by Skeleton King. He's going to turn around and try to get this kill inside of Silencer. And, whoa, the turnaround. Whoa, almost able to get in there. That would have been bad, but Nature Prophet is here. There's a tree thrown on top of Centaur. This is a tree thrown on top of Trollwooler. Trollwooler will be going down. That auto attack did happen before Skeleton King was hit by those axes. So because it was in motion before, then the attack still went through. Actually, hold on. I think Whirling Axes doesn't give you 100% anyway. Yes, Whirling Axes give you 60%. So okay, never mind. So so it doesn't matter. He just lucked out. Skeleton King was on the 40%. He was on the winning side of that argument, and he won on that. I honestly thought it was 100% miss, but it's only 40 or 60%. But anyway, moving on to the gold graph, because the gold graph should be pretty sporadic. As you see, it used to be heavily favored the Dire, but those 2 tower kills essentially brought the Radiant back. Into the game. The Dire had really good control in those team fights, but those towers definitely costing them a lot of gold. And also, the free farm Lifesteal just decided to abandon all the team fights and let his team play 4-man Dota versus 5-man Dota. And so far it's working out because I think, yeah, oh, never mind. There's a leap on top of Vincent Spear. Vincent taking a lot of damage. He does go down. Curses, or sorry, last word thrown on top of Huskar, so Huskar will be disabled. He can't attack now, but he doesn't care. He's running away anyway. Meanwhile, Lifesteal is still farming. I'm interested to see what he has. He has himself treads. He's trying to build his armlet up. I'm surprised he doesn't have more farm than this, especially considering all the team fights that he wasn't really involved in. There's no items on the courier, so that's not really anything there. As far as the rest of the items go, Venomancer building himself. I don't know what is he building. I hope he's not building a refresher. That's leading me to think that maybe he wanted the regen, so he went ahead and built that Ring of Health. But he could be building a refresh out of that, which would be pretty darn weird. Anyway, meanwhile, we got a Gazer going on top. We got Lifesteal in a little bit of trouble. He can't just rage. He can't just jump into a creep. He will probably just jump into a creep. I would recommend jumping into a creep. Nope, he's going to decide to stay in a fight. He's getting attacked by 2 people. There's an ulti from Venomancer. If he jumps into a creep, if Silencer jumps, or Lifesteal jumps to a creep now, he'll be good. He throws out the rage, but rage is not enough. He needs to throw out the open wounds. He doesn't have enough mana for it. And there's a courier. Courier gets picked off by the Huskar. And now Lifesteal's in a lot of trouble. He needs to jump inside a creep. Jump inside a creep. Jump inside a creep. Oh, Lifestealer. I honestly think that might be a misunderstanding of how Lifesteal works. If he would basically jump inside of a creep and jump down, he would have got himself a nice little bit of regen, or HP regen. When you do that, it heals you for, whoa. It heals you for whatever, what percentage? Wait, I need to follow somebody. Lifestealer, there you are, Lifestealer. Alright, so whenever he uses, if the unit is a creep, he will devour it first, gaining HP equal to the unit's current HP. Does not work on enemy heroes. So let's say he jumped to a range creep, he would have got an additional 330 HP, which would be pretty darn nice. I hear a stun from Vincent Spear. I don't know where it was. I heard a stun from Vincent Spear. Where did it go? I don't know. Obviously. Okay, she threw a stun on top of a creep, and she threw her swap on top of a creep. That was pretty weird. That's a little waste of her mana, a little bit inefficient, but whatever. Might as well. Meanwhile, Niche probably looks like he's building himself those treads. Those treads are on their way. No, they're not on the way. Okay, yeah, there they go. Now they're on the way. Nope, never mind. I take it back. He had treads, and the courier doesn't have any. The courier just has Zerberwars. He started to build treads, but he decided to go for Zerberwars first. As a very okay. Cool. More power to you. He's trying to make sure his team can see what's going on around the map. Meanwhile, Vincent Spirit has herself tread, so she's building carry Vincent Spirit. So this game is extremely weird so far. I'm not really sure what's going on. Between the Silencer building a headdress first, and it looks like he's building himself a sheep stick as well. Sheep stick's pretty nice. Why not? He has an ulti orb, so he's doing more damage and all that stuff. This Bounty Tower will be going down to Nature's Prophet and to everybody else. Centaur did ulti as the fight going on mid. Swap throw on top of Huskar. Huskar is not going to be able to get away. He goes down. So these guys are playing 5-man Dota by the looks of it. Or sorry, 5-man Dota at the moment. They're saying, hey, that's for killing our courier, bro. And they get the kill on that. I'm just going to go ahead and go down the list, why not? Chorola has himself some decent regen, or sorry, some really good regen for him. Yeah, he has a helmet down there. He also has that those phase boots. So he's getting that regen, he's getting the extra damage. He's also getting that passive regen from that, or passive lifesteal from that. Moving to Silencer. Silencer builds himself a headdress. I still don't understand why he built himself a headdress first. And Roshan does go down to the Radiant. You did see the fight happening on the bottom. Centaur did pick up the Aegis, so he will be able to survive when he engages the fight, or initiates the fight. Vincent Spear is building himself treads, and she's also building herself a Ring of Aquila. This is very extremely weird. It's going to be a carry Vincent Spear by the looks of it. Next thing you know, I'll probably see a butterfly on her. Not too surprised. I've seen it a few times, but it never works out. It never works out. Especially if a Vincent Spear decides to build a Mask of Madness. Ugh, she dies so fast. Moving on to the other side, Lifesteal is trying to finish up the armlet. Does he have it anytime soon? I don't know. Maybe the courier was carrying it before it died, but it's dead, so I can't see. It's dead for another 9 seconds. Venomancer is in fact building himself carry Venomancer. He does have that Blade of Valkyrie, so we'll probably see a Mantis style up on him. Meanwhile, we got an engagement about to happen. We got a Silence Thrower on top of everybody. Centaur needs to activate his ulti. Centaur doesn't have his ulti for another 30 seconds. These guys are winning a little bit too soon. Skeleton King will be going down, but it doesn't matter. He has his ulti up. He can just go down, and he'll come back up and slow everybody. And oh my gosh, beautiful Gale from Venomancer. Open moves on top of Skeleton King. Skeleton King is still trying to run away, and he will be going down. No, he toggles his armlet. That's a nice bait on his part. There's a leap on top of somebody. Leap on top of Lifesteal. But Lifesteal was raised up, so he didn't feel any of that. So far, nobody's died. There we go. Finally, first death, and Lifesteal does go down. A lot of damage being done to the people on the dire side, and the Aegis is popped. The Aegis is popped, and also Skeleton King did go down. No, Skeleton King did not go down. Yeah, he did go down as well. So he was able to make it out. So double people coming back up, and Centaur's in a lot of trouble. He is silenced. He is disabled, and that fight did not go well at all. I honestly think I was mainly on Radiant being impatient. They needed to wait for that Centaur ulti to engage into that. If Centaur would have his ulti up, basically Skeleton King was here and then the rest of his team was right around there, and these guys were coming around the corner around there. So if Centaur would have had his ulti up, basically they would have engaged extremely fast and caught everybody off guard. They would have killed the Skeleton King away from his tower. And long story short, that fight happened under the tower. That was not a favorable engagement for the Radiant at all. They needed Centaur's ulti to be up. They needed Silencer had a beautiful silence. I give him that, but it was, I mean, it would have been that much better. It would have been that much more better. Yes, that's right, folks. That much more better. It would have been that much more better if Silencer would have waited for Centaur to have his ulti up as well. I think the Radiant got a little trigger happy. To be honest, I think the Radiant might have pushed a little bit further forward because they said, hey, nobody's on the map. Let's go ahead and push forward. Why not? And there's a Centaur ulti. Finally, Centaur ulti. He's able to catch somebody. No, he's only able to catch a Skeleton King. Skeleton King does have his ulti on cooldown. He is stunned up. He is also chain stun. Very nice chain stun. Also thrown from Nature's Prophet. Not enough to do anything. He just pushes the lanes a little bit. And there goes everybody. So Nature's Prophet still doesn't have his treads yet. I'm really concerned about what he's building. If he's building treads, he can go ahead and finish those so he can get a free inventory spot. He has an observer ward, but he hasn't used him yet. Anyway, does Lifesteal have his armlet? Lifesteal does have his armlet. Lifesteal has his armlet up. There's a Blade Mail coming up. Oh no, sorry, Chrysalis coming up on Troll Warlord. So Troll Warlord is going for that damage build. Silencer is still trying to build a Sheep Stick. How far is he? He's at 2,100 gold, so he needs 600 more gold, and he'll have that up. Meanwhile, who's this in the jungle? Whoa, stop. We have Huskar in the jungle. He's looking for somebody. Will he be able to get the kill? He does have support here from the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet probably just Sprout, whoever it is. But Troll Warlord noses up, and Huskar's around the corner. There's a block by the trees, and there's a leap on top of Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord is in a lot of trouble. He activates his ulti. He's going to try to do what he can. There's Silencer thrown by Silencer for support, but it's not enough. It's a little bit too late. And Abyssal Spirit now comes around the corner, but she's in a little bit of trouble. They can just turn around and kill her flat out. She throws a swap on top of Huskar, but this is a very bad swap. Huskar gets stunned up, but he has his inner vitality on top of him. And he also has a Reaver as well. He does kill the Abyssal Spirit, but he does finally go down to the Silencer. And Silencer throwing out the last word on top of Nature's Prophet. Death Prophet comes around the corner, shoots him away, and he will be saying, okay, thank you, I'll be going away. Meanwhile, Lifesteal's coming around the corner. Will he be able to do anything? He throws the open moves on top of Skeleton King, but it's not enough. He throws the Rage as well, so he's able to get that off before he gets silenced. He's going blow for blow with Skeleton King, taking a lot of damage, doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet does TP out, and there's a silence on top of Nature's Prophet. Death Prophet. Death Prophet's taking a lot of damage from Silencer's dots. Meanwhile, Lifestealer gets a kill on top of Skeleton King, and Death Prophet goes down as well to the Lifestealer. So that's like pretty. Once again, this game is really weird so far. I'm not really sure what I should have expected, but still, both of these sides are essentially throwing team fights not really in their favor. The Radiant with the team fight of mid, and the Dire with that recent team fight, or with that kind of spread out team fight. Beautiful response from the Radiant, definitely flowing in one by one, especially, it's definitely flowing in at almost a coordinated pace, while the Dire were still trying to flow in one by one, so they were able to pick off people. Venomous is trying to build, okay, I see. Venomous is trying to build himself an Aghanim Scepter, which I don't know. I've never done the numbers on that, but I don't think it's worth it overall. Let's see. Scepter damage is, let's go at max levels only. The damage without Scepter is what? 81, and the damage with Scepter is additional, what is that? Hold on, I figured out soon. 29 or 27. So additional 27 per dot for how much gold? For 4,200 gold, you get an additional 27 dot, and it'll last for 15 seconds. Yes. Okay, still doing the numbers, This is boring stuff, guys, but this is important. To figure out whether Aghanim Scepter on Venomance is worth it or not. Okay, I can't do math fast enough. I'll figure it out later. But anyway, long story short, I don't think it's worth it. I think there's so many better items that he can go for. He can go for a Tornado Stick instead, so he can have a bigger mana pool to spam his abilities. He can also go for a Force Staff so he can save his life whenever Troll Warlord is trying to destroy him, or Lifestealer throws open wounds on top of him. He could potentially go for a Rod of Atos if he really wants to. I honestly would prefer to see a Rod of Atos on top of Venomancer before I even put an Aghanim Scepter on him. A Rod of Atos would at least slow down somebody, maybe save somebody's life, maybe end somebody else's life. It basically the kill potential that an Aghanim Scepter will give the Venomancer is not high enough to justify the cost. Like okay, Venomous throws out his ulti, which has a pretty long cooldown, relatively speaking. At level 3, it has a cooldown of 100 seconds, which is pretty much a little bit under every team fight. Because usually a team fight would happen, especially late game, a team fight would happen every 60 seconds, essentially. So 100 seconds is a little bit under that, or a little bit over that number. But anyway, all that said, all that aside, I still don't think Aghanim Scepter is a worthwhile item for Venomancer to pick up, basically because it costs 4,200 gold, and that gold could be going towards a Tornado Stick, which could be some pretty darn good initiation power or saving power, and also could go towards a Force Staff. Meanwhile, Vicious is a little bit of trouble. Huskar will be leaping as soon as he can. He does have a Satanic. He decided to build that rush straight to that. Okay, more power to you. Maybe go for Shadow Blade next. Why not? I mean, he already has a Satanic. So he decided to just go ahead and go straight for that. So he has a lifesteal, but the only problem with this is the damage that he has right now is only 114 plus 28. So that means he'll only be lifestealing, was that 200% of that? So, I mean, it's still a pretty darn good lifesteal. Anyway, Centaur, beautiful swap on Vicious. Centaur initiates perfectly. Silencer throws out the silence at a perfect timing. This is what I'm talking about. This is a beautiful engagement for the Radiant. These guys coordinated that very well. They were able to get only 1 kill out of it. But just imagine if there were more people on the diary down here. They would have all went down. Death Prophet being as fast as she is, she was able to escape. Meanwhile, we got Skeleton King's Illusion coming around the corner. Lifesteal activates his rage, kills him pretty fast. Lifesteal's built himself a basher so he can bash people. And there's a sheep stick up on Silencer, so that means I need to look at my items. Chrysalis is up on Centaur. So Centaur can attack pretty fast and do a lot of damage. Looks like he's built himself a Yasha as well. Probably going to be going for that Manta style or potentially Sanji and Yasha, like we've seen a few times before. Lifesteal. Silencer has himself that sheep still, like I said before. He also has a treasure. He has that random, just casual headdress. He wants to be styling, so why not? Moving on to Centaur. Centaur has himself that hood, and he looks like he's trying to build himself a heart or maybe a Vanguard. I prefer to see a heart, especially this late. A Vanguard is not really all that. I mean, yeah, it makes you a little bit more tanky, but I mean, it's kind of late. Might as well go for that heart. You're getting the farm, you're getting those kills, and your team is doing relatively well in team fights, even though the kill score would beg to differ. I think the Radiant keep getting picked off a little bit too much. Meanwhile, we got the games coming on mid. We got Centaur throwing, we got Chorwola throwing out the ulti. We got Vicious throwing out the swap on top of Venomous, I think, and then Vicious is getting leaped. She throws out the mechanism so she can stay alive a little bit longer. A lot of damage being done to Skeleton King, but no, there's the H-Prophet ulti. This is ulti from Venomancer, and everybody's taking damage from that, and everybody goes down. Meanwhile, Centaur comes in, Centaur comes in around the side. He throws up double edge, and I'm not sure what's going on anymore. I don't know who's dying, who's losing, and Lifesteal jumps inside of a creep, so he won't take that much damage. Meanwhile, Silencer's getting attacked by everything, and if Lifesteal breaks out right now, he will be getting his kill on top of Skeleton King. Lifesteal breakout, Lifesteal breakout, Lifesteal breakout. Okay, never mind. He broke out a little bit late. I was a little delayed. The creep did die, so that's why he broke out. But if he would have broke out a little bit earlier, he would have got the kill on Skeleton King, hands down, and he would have been able to escape because his rage would have been off cooldown. So Lifesteal would be playing a little bit too safe. He definitely could have got that kill. There's no reason why he shouldn't have got that kill. There's a Desolator coming up on Skeleton King, so Skeleton King will be not only hitting hard, but also taking down your HP as well. And now the top tower from Dire is being seized. They do need to push this back because they don't want to let the creeps get free damage on the towers. They are leading in the towers. And let me take a look at the gold graph. The gold graph is obviously in favor of the Dire, mainly because they keep getting all these good pickoffs. And the swaps from Vicious Spirit. Vicious Spirit, why are you swapping? You do not have to swap. She throws a stun on top of a tree, and as well, very bad misclick. But Vicious Spirit, you do not have to swap every time it's off cooldown, especially when there's nobody around you to support you. See, if you'd have waited a little bit, wait for Lifestealer and Chorwola to show up, maybe you could have swapped, and then you could have got that kill pretty easily. So please be careful, or please be more patient with the use of your abilities, especially an ability like swap. Swap is so good in pulling people into bad spots. Basically, you just run up to them, swap them, and then your team just devours them. Not even kills them, your team devours them. So Vicious Spirit being a little bit trigger happy. And Lifestealer goes ahead and farms up the Ancients. He does not have his Basher yet. How much gold does Basher cost? Oh, we got a gauge going on mid. We got Vicious Spirit. There's a swap from Vicious Spirit. She pulls in Death Prophet. Death Prophet does go down. Death Prophet did get hit with that Centaur ulti.
Another falls on my road.
And Centaur saying a nice little taunt from him. Another falls on his road. Anyway, now we got the Dire, or now we got the Radiant rotating towards Roshan. Will they be going for? They will be going for Roshan. There's an ulti from Centaur, so Centaur is attacking that much faster. Is he at max attack speed yet? I don't know. I can't see him. I can't click on him. There he is. He's right there. He is not at max attack speed yet, but he's still attacking pretty fast. Silencer is also benefiting from that ulti. And there's Roshan going down. Skeleton is coming around the corner. They need to pick this up fast. Venomancer letting him know that the team's around the corner. Now Skeleton King's in a little bit of trouble. He will be going down regardless of what he does. This actually perfectly goes back to one of my. Hold on. We have an engagement going on. We got Bash on top of Huskar. Huskar does go down. The Skeleton King goes down twice to the rest of the team, and Lifesteal just need one more hit. Huskar could turn around and just toggle his armlet, or not toggle his armlet, activate Satanic and get a lot of lifesteal back, but he decides not to. Meanwhile, the middle tower is being sieged by the Dire, or by the Radiant. These guys are trying to push this down while they can. God, and then we got a backdoor coming in from the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet is going to go ahead and push this. He's doing really good damage so far. He also has his tree ants. He will have double ents if he just goes to the next set of trees and uses them. So this will be a high ground for a mid tower, which is actually not really all that worth it. Radiant need to respond to this now. They're going to be losing their racks if they don't respond to this. Nature's Prophet, he does have double int stuff now, so these guys are going to be destroying this tower pretty darn fast. Excuse me. And there's ulti for Nature's Prophet pushing every wave, making everything go backwards, and he'll pretty much be able to TP top. So I mean that's a free tower to the side of Dire. And they did not need that. The only person who lost was a Death Prophet. They lost a Death Prophet for a tower, or for a tier 3 tower. And tier 3 towers are definitely hard to get, and now the Radiant just hanging out around the front. They're not doing anything. They need to take advantage of this moment. They need to respond. They need to either push into this and go kill stuff, or they need to TP down bottom and stop Prophet from killing their racks. He just killed their bottom racks for free. So Prophet is going to continuously do this. Prophet is going to stay in their base and destroy everything. Prophet is just saying all your bases belongs to us, and these guys are not responding to this. And now they finally back up. Centaur does go down. Silencer is still trying to run away as well. He does have a poison sting off, so he's moving a little bit slower. Skeleton King, that's not, oh no, he's on the right team. Lifesteal is still around the corner. These guys need to back up and push something. They could have pretty much teleported down bottom, responded to Nature's Prophet, and then push this tower all the way back, and then went top and killed that tower. Or if they really wanted to take another tower, they could have just took that tower up there. They could have just took that tower up top and then got a free tower. Centaur's tanking up, he can tank it up. Lifesteal is tanking up, he can tank it up. Troll Warlord is tanking up, he can tank it up. So I mean, there's so many better options that these guys could have had, but they decided to hang out mid and stagnate and do nothing. And they lost a bottom tower, bottom rack, so that's not good at all. That was a huge blunder on their part. Taking a look at the gold graph, we can see it's going in favor of the Radiant, just barely. Mainly because of the kills that they've been getting, but then again, the graph would be a little bit higher if they would have saved their bottom racks and saved their bottom tower, because that was free gold that they got, or that was free gold that the Dire got. So, I mean, I'm not really sure how much I can really comment on that. That was just a blunder. Huskar is trying to build himself an Aghanim Scepter. Huskar, I do not agree with your build at all. Going straight for those big items is cool and all, but you don't have any true in-between items. Like right now, you're only attacking for, what is that, 150 damage? I'll say 150, just make things simple. You're attacking for 150 damage per attack. You could have built yourself an armlet in between, or before you started building that, before you finished your Satanic, and then you would have been perfectly fine. Meanwhile, we got a swap coming down on top of Skeleton. Skeleton King will be going down. He's out of mana. He does go down pretty darn fast. And there we go, he is done. Centaur throws his ulti out, why not? I mean, actually why, as opposed to why not. And now Centaur is going to stay on the high ground. Huskar looks like he wants to leap on somebody. Venomancer is coming around to Turtle. He's throwing on the Plague Wars. He's throwing on as many as he can. Meanwhile, Huskar is playing him back a little bit. He will be leaping on top of Troll Wall. He leaps on top of Troll Wall. Troll Wall throws out the axis, so that way everybody is missing their attacks. And here's Nature's Prophet coming in for support. Very nice. And Death Prophet's beautiful ulti is hitting everybody. Oh my god, so much damage being done. And there goes a Centaur. Is that Centaur? No, there goes a Silencer. Silencer was able to get away with the Aegis. He will be able to escape with his life. He does have a mechanism. Meanwhile, I saw Vicious Spirit saying effing backdoor, basically saying that's the lamest way to know. It's not the lamest way to win. You guys need to respond to this. That's the lamest way to lose, yeah, but it's not the lamest way to win. This is your fault, guys. The guys on the radio, if you guys do in fact lose this game, this is your fault for losing. You guys need to respond to somebody pushing down your tier 3 towers. Your tier 3 towers are so important. And there's a Nature's Prophet on the side of Dire. That is, in fact, what Nature's Prophet does. Nature's Prophet backdoors when everybody's stagnant. You guys were hanging out mid, doing absolutely nothing. You're just standing there looking at the trees and checking out what's around. And you basically lost the tower in a rack. So in that whole entire time, you guys could have been doing 3 things. You could have been farming, you could have been defending, or you could have been, I don't know, defending your tower. Sorry, I said that twice. Yeah, you could have been doing two things. One, you could have been farming, or two, you could have been defending. If you were farming, I can understand. Yeah, cool. Okay, they're farming. They're being a little bit greedy. I don't really agree with it, but at least they're getting something out of it. You guys were just standing mid, waiting for somebody to come out of the door, and Dyer were just chilling, saying, "Okay, we're just gonna chill here. If you guys are gonna lose the free racks." So, I honestly do not agree with the rage that Nature's Prophet is getting from Defensive Spirit, because she's mad that they lost the racks and they lost the tower. That was honestly the fault of Radiant. They need to defend. And now they're finally defending. Thank you. They were basically, like I said, they were basically just standing in the spot. Anyway, all that aside, going back to Husker, my point on Husker. Husker, you don't really do a lot of damage. You need to build some damage items before you build that Satanic. Satanic is really nice when you have damage, but you don't really have all that much damage. 150 damage is not really all that impressive, especially for a Huskar. Huskar can do a crap ton of damage, yeah, sure, but that's only when he's low HP. And if you can do a crap ton of damage without being low HP, that's even better. So definitely build something else before you build straight for the Satanic. I do not agree with that. That's only 25. That's only 25 strength. That's 25 extra damage plus a little bit of lifesteal. And that lifesteal is only what, 20% or 25%, which is actually a lot of lifesteal, by the way. So let's see, 150%. Sorry, not 150%. You're attacking at. I can't add fast enough. 123 plus 36. Oh, sorry. 118 plus 36. So, oh man, I'm bad with 8s. 8s are terrible for me. I can't do 8s. Okay, 16. Okay, 16. 50. Oh, okay, he's 8. Whatever. Anyway, long story short, if you're doing a little bit more damage, you'll benefit from your lifesteal a lot more. That's all I'm trying. That's the only point I'm trying to get across. So definitely build some more in between items before you rush straight for those things. Rushing straight forward. Oh wait, hold on. Lifesteal is getting caught up by Skeleton King. He will be able to escape from this. He does have his rage up. He does have open wounds. There you go. Open wounds on top of him. A lot of lifesteal. Skeleton King still hitting like a mat. He's still hitting like pretty hard. And lifesteal does not. Lifesteal's getting caught up by the rest of the team. The rest of the team is here. Huskar just comes around the corner, throws a few auto attacks, and Skeleton King gets a kill on top of Lifesteal. And now the rest of Radiant are here. Centaur could have ulted to save his lifesteal, but he decided not to. Something around, a lot of damage being done. Skeleton King goes down pretty instantly. Death Prophet ulti hitting on everybody. A lot of damage being done. Look at that damage. Bloodstone was popped, so everybody's getting a little bit of heal from that. Meanwhile, Huskar is taking a lot of damage as well. Centaur's trying to do what he can. A lot of reflection going on back and forth. Not really much. And now Skeleton King, oh my god, Skeleton King just playing ping pong with people's heads. He gets an ultra kill. Oh my god, so much damage being done by Death Prophet. That's really the story of that fight right there, guys. The amount of damage that Death Prophet was outputting was ridiculous. And now Nature's Prophet is going to help this team push this stuff. Nature's Prophet could honestly just TP inside the base and just push down these 2 towers and call it a day. And the game will be pretty much over. I'm not really sure what's going to be happening next, but let me take a look at the items because I'm pretty sure you guys want to know what's going on with those. Sanji Yasha up on Centaur, or up on Troll Warlord. So Troll Warlord is getting that passive, getting that chance to maim, which is very nice for him. He also has a crystal, so he's doing a lot of damage whenever he finally procs that crit. Silencer has himself a sheep stick, very nice, especially going against a Huskar. He turned into a piggy and run away. I don't know why we call it. Never mind. I do know why. Centaur is trying to build himself a heart. I totally agree with that. You do need a heart. A heart is nice for you because that makes you do more damage. That makes you be more tanky. That makes you survive a lot more. Also, I'm gonna come back to that point, by the way. Vincent Spirit trying to build himself an Aghanim Scepter. Totally agree with that. You built the mechanism first. So just as long as you know that you're a support and you're building that supportive item for your team, that mechanism is very big for your team. I'm very glad to see a mechanism before you even attempted to build your Aghanim Scepter. On the reverse side of that conversation, let's look at the Venomancer. Venomancer decided to build himself an Aghanim Scepter, and he's not really contributing to his team at all. He can, yeah, sorry, he can throw a bunch of Plague Lords, but this goes to my point that I said earlier. Maybe I might be a little biased because I play Venomancer a lot as a support, but Venomancer is really only a walking Venomous Gale and a walking Plague Lord. Like in my eyes, like there's not really much you can tell me outside of that makes Venomancer more useful. Venomancer's Plague Wars are really good. I mean, I'm not even sure how many times I can say really to make it sound, or to express my point. Those Plague Wars are really good when you're defending, when you're pushing, or when you're trying to get vision for somebody that you're chasing. That Venomous Gale, when you finally do land it, is definitely really good for your team. Everything else that Venomancer does is not really all that useful. I mean, yeah, okay, hold on. We got T-Fight going on top. We got Lifesteal again turned to a piggy. A lot of damage being done back and forth, and he goes down. And meanwhile, Death Prophet's ulti is doing a lot of damage to all these creeps, so they all go down. But anyway, moving on to my point. Poison Sting is really nice when you're going against a TA or you just want to do some passive damage. So there you go. You can also do that. But as far as his ulti, it's probably the least useful skill that he has. Unless you're able to get that perfect engagement in a big team fight, or a big team fight's about to break out, and you're the first one in the team fight, and you activate your ulti and hits everybody, and everybody's taking damage while the team fight's going on. That's the ideal situation. The longer the game goes on, the less relevant that will be because the supports will start getting mechanisms. People like Centaur will start getting hooded Defiance, so he won't take that much damage from it anyway. Anyway, engage is going on mid. Skeleton dropping down pretty darn fast, but he does have that ulti. He's able to come back up alive. So much damage. Oh my god, did you see that crit? It's like 3 crits in a row. And Skeleton does go down to the wall, so the crystal's definitely paying off. Silence still on top of everybody, but Centaur's caught inside of a tree, so he's not happy. Stunned on top of Death Prophet. Death Prophet's in a lot of trouble. She's taking a lot of damage. She does go down. Bloodstone is popped, so everybody's getting charges. There we go. There's an ulti from Venomaster that's able to hit everybody, but these guys, all they can really do is run. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet is trying to do what he can. He throws out the tree on the top of Troll Warlord. These guys need to control his Troll Warlord. This Chief Stick up on Prophet as well. Huskar I have yet to see Huskar use his Satanic. If you're gonna rush, also that's another thing. If you're gonna rush for that item, definitely use it. Please use it. There are better items besides those big items. Yeah, those big items are cool and they give you massive HP regen or massive utility out of your abilities, but if you don't do the damage to back it up, why buy it? He's trying to build himself an Aghanim Scepter, but he still doesn't have any source of damage. The only source of damage that Huskar has is his his Berserker's Blood, which is really good source of damage, by the way. But it would be much better source of damage if he would have built the Armlet instead. Or maybe even a Shadow Blade, so he has some kind of damage. Or maybe even a Chrysalis, so he'll have some kind of crit damage. Something with damage. Build a Rapier. I mean, call it a day. Anyway, Troll is going to go ahead and kill Roshan. He's attacking like a madman. He's attacking pretty fast. He's critting every single time, and Roshan's getting perma-bashed. And he'll be going down momentarily. And boom goes the dynamite. There goes cheese for Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord could pick up the cheese and eat it. He decides to drop his magic wand. He could sell it in the shop over here.
Never die.
He's looking at cheese, trying to say who wants it. Nope, he takes it himself. He eats it, and he walks away. But anyway, I would have much preferred to see that cheese go to someone else. Anyway, Troll Warlord's in a little bit of trouble. He's beautiful piggy by Silencer. And Troll Warlord's taking a lot of damage. He's gonna get stunned. He's gonna get silenced. He will be going down, but H is this spawn. Skeleton King's ulti is up as well, but he's losing a lot of mana. He will be there goes all his mana, so he will not be able to come back alive. I don't know if he knows it just yet. He does have an A blade, but he can't. He doesn't have mana to use it, and he will be going down soon. I don't know when. Troll Warlord finally does go down. That unruly troll. He does go down. Lifesteal is coming around the corner. He's trying to see who he can kill. If he throws out the open wounds, he might be able to get something. So much damage being done. Look at those. Oh my god, look at that. So much damage being done back and forth. Death Prophet ulti, definitely don't underestimate the power of that ulti. It does so much damage. Meanwhile, Silencer turns around the corner. He's gonna go ahead and throw out the piggy on top of Venomaster. He's almost able to get killed, but he does lose his life in the process. Troll Warlord comes around the corner. He throws out the stun on top of Death Prophet. He throws out the double edge and decides, nah, I'm not gonna be here. But yeah, so a lot of weird things going on in this game. Nature's Prophet really building pretty well. He has a Chief Stick. He has that. He's coming out with the Aghanim Scepter, so he can spam the ulti every single time. Maybe a Desolator next. Why not? He's gonna go. Where'd he go? He's gonna go ahead and TP mid. He's gonna try to go for his kill on Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord there's a lot of blood all over the place, and the Ancient is naked now. So there's these. That bottom tower push is basically cost the Radiant the game, in my personal opinion. Nobody responded to that push, so these guys will be losing this game, and unless they're able to get some big push. But I honestly don't see them getting that at all. So I'm just gonna assume that the Radiant, that the Radiant did lose basically because of that. If we take a look at the items, I'm gonna take a look at those because I kept talking about those. Huskar has himself a Satanic. He has himself an Aghanim Scepter. Cool. Your ulti now has a low cooldown. Your ulti doesn't cost you as much HP. You also, hold on, big team fight breaking out. Centaur does activate his ulti to try to go in, but a beautiful tree by Nature's Prophet. Death Prophet does die, and Lifesteal is trying to do what he can to do as much damage as possible. Lifesteal or Silencer is still dead from last time. And there's a swap on top of Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet trying to TP out. He gets stunned by the Visible Spirit, so he does lose his life in the process. Meanwhile, the Ancient is still under attack. It's at low half HP, and so much damage being done by Troll Warlord. Oh my gosh, so many crits. Look at that. And I think does his axes proc crits? His axes proc crits. crits. I didn't know that. Skeleton is coming around the corner. He does have his ulti up. He will be able to go in for this. He will be able to kill a Troll Warlord if he's not permabashed. He does have an 8-blade himself, so he can just turn around, activate the 8-blade, but no, he's going to run around. If he really wanted to get away, all he had to do was just turn around, use that 8-blade, and then get over there. Venture Spirit does have her ulti up, but she doesn't have mana for it. There you go. He turns around. Use your A-Blade. Please use your A-Blade. Your Abyssal Blade. A-Blade's Abyssal Blade. It's an active stun. There you go. He finally used it. He finally decides to go in. Troll Warlord's taking a lot of damage. Venomancer needs to come in to support. Venom's coming into support. Oh, he's coming to support. A little bit too close. There's an ulti from Venomancer. And he's able to help the Skeleton get a kill on top of the Troll Warlord. And Troll Warlord does not even have close to enough gold for buyback. Let's take a look at the buybacks. The only person who has buyback is Death Prophet, and she's not dead yet. Meanwhile, Silencer's Lifesteal's coming around the corner. He's doing a lot of damage to this Death Prophet. Death Prophet's trying to run away. Once he can, these ghosts will be doing quite a bit of damage back to Silencer, or back to Lifesteal. And Skeleton King is just chilling in base, healing on up. Why not? He needs HP. And here's Death Prophet going down. And her how many Bloodstone charges does she have? She has 6 Bloodstone charges, so it wasn't really much. She will be dead for a little bit of time. And this gigantic creep wave from Dire just marching into the base. Look at this. This will definitely be able to kill us unless Venture Spirit. Okay, Venture Spirit is able to get here in time. Never mind. And Nature Prophet is also TPing down bottom. He's going to go ahead and take a few treants with him and push this tower. No, Prophet, go for the Ancient. Go for the Ancient. Call it a day. And Venture Spirit is able to kill off everything. She does have her Aghanim Scepter up like we saw earlier. She does have a stun on top of the Treant. She swaps the Nature Prophet, but there's nobody here to actually follow up with that. So she'll be losing a life. To his Nature Prophet, he can turn into a piggy if he really needs to.
Radiance Ancient.
He's going to auto-attack away. Auto-attack, she's dead. And the Ancient does go down. So we'll just be chilling over here. Actually, it was a little... No.
Radiance Ancient.
GG's thrown out by Troll Warlord. And that game was pretty weird. A lot of things that I really want to talk about, so I will take the time to critique those things. A lot of things that were, for lack of a better word, frustrating to see. So, okay, let me. All right, cool. All right, so as far as items and everything go, Troll Warlord played really well. Troll Warlord tried to do what he can. He did build that region finally. I think it was it Huskar? Huskar built all the... Oh my gosh. Okay, so many things going down my list. I need to like bring like a little pin tablet and just write down all the things I want to talk about. So, Troll Warlord, you played pretty well. You had the crit items. You were doing a lot of damage. You were the carry for your team. You tried to do what you could. I don't really remember how you got so many deaths. I'm pretty sure it might have been you going in a little bit too soon while your team wasn't ready. But if it was that, then be a little bit more patient when you're going in for your kills. You do a lot of damage, but you are still extremely fragile hero, almost as fragile as Sniper at the base of it. The only thing that makes you a little bit more survivable than Sniper is basically your Whirling Axes, which makes everybody miss their auto attacks. But even still, you're still very vulnerable. You're an extremely vulnerable person and pretty easy to kill if you are disabled. So be careful with that. Moving on to Silencer. Silencer, wow, 14 kills. Silencer, you did build pretty weirdly, in my personal opinion. You started with that headdress. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I know I always preach regen every single time I talk, or every time I do a cast. I always say regen this, regen that. You should get regen. Regen is the most important thing in the game. But a straight up, flat out headdress is not. No, it's not efficient use of gold. Someday I'll explain more in detail on why, but just trust me on this. There are better ways to get regen. You can get maybe 2 set of tangos and some branches. So that way you have stats, you have HP regen, and you also have more flexibility on what to build. And you can build that headdress later. That headdress can definitely wait. I do not recommend going for a full headdress. Also, another thing, because headdress is an aura, it basically works on your creeps. So it's giving your creeps that extra armor. It's giving your creeps that HP regen. So it's pushing your lane, which is one thing that you do not want to do, especially early game. As far as how your lane matchup was going, I think it didn't really matter because it was you and Vigil Spirit. It was a Silencer and a Vigil Spirit versus Nature's Prophet and a Death Prophet. So, I mean, okay, sure, you can push the lane because Nature's Prophet and Death Prophet will push the lane right back towards you. So, all in all, the equilibrium was still there because if Nature's Prophet throws out her Cryptic Swarm, it's going to do a lot of damage to your creeps anyway. So, it kind of balances things out. So, in this instance, it was fine, whatever. Things worked out. But in general, you don't want to push your wave. You don't want to give your creeps any extra advantage that the other creeps don't have. Like, if you have a Basilius, the reason why a lot of people turn the Basilius off as soon as they get it is so the creeps don't feel that. Aura. The reason why people turn their Ring of Aquila, same exact reason. So the creeps don't get that extra armor. So the creeps don't get that extra, well, mana regen. That's not really all that relevant. But so the creeps don't get that extra armor. They don't get that extra advantage over the other creeps unless you're trying to push your lane, which you guys could have pushed your lane too, but you guys probably weren't aiming to do that. You guys wanted to farm safely. But all in all, aside from a few overly aggressive initiations with your ulti, especially the one mid where you guys all died because Centaur ulti was not off cooldown. If it was off cooldown, you guys would have won that fight, by the way. But you definitely did ulti, so that basically told everybody, okay, we're going in. So as soon as you ulti to initiate a fight, you got to make sure that everybody's ready. You got to be more aware of your allies' abilities to actually help you and your team get the kills. Moving on to Centaur. Centaur, you played Centaur. I mean, cool. You play. There's not really much I can critique on Centaur. Centaur Warrunner is one of the few heroes that I have yet to play. So I probably need to play him a few times before I give any decent or any type of critiques on you. But I mean, you built the tranquil boot. You basically did all the things that I usually see a Centaur Warrunner do. You use your tranquil, or you built tranquil boots. You built the hooded defiance. So I'm not gonna argue about your build at all. I will argue about your positioning and how aggressive you were. There were a lot of times where some of your allies were also your map awareness. There were a lot of times where your allies were in a lot of trouble, and they could have potentially got away alive if you'd have just activated your ulti to let them run away. Yes, your ulti does have a long cooldown. I understand that, but maybe if you'd use your ulti, you would have helped. You would have not fed some or help somebody stay alive so they wouldn't be feeding with air quotes. So there were a few times where you could use your ulti as a utility as opposed to initiation ability. And also going back to the team fight that I referred to earlier about with Silencer. If your ulti's not up and you don't feel confident about going in because you're probably going to be the one who's going to be disabling anybody anyway, or everybody anyway, you're pretty much the one responsible for that. Just tell your team, hey, I'm not ready. My ulti's on cooldown for another 33 seconds. Please wait for that little bit of time. We can let them push and we'll wait for a better engagement. But that fight, you really got to be communicating with your team and letting people know, hey, Centaur ulti is up, or hey, my ulti's up, let's go in, or let's do something. Hey, my ulti's up, do you guys want to go with these people? Or hey, my ulti's down, we shouldn't go in for this. Because your ulti is a really good initiation ability. It's mainly because it increases everybody's attack speed, or not attack speed, movement speed, and the slow is cool and all, but the stun that they had before was even better. But of course they nerfed it because the stun was OP. But anyway, long story short, just let your team know when you're ready to go in and not go in, because you are kind of the only initiation aside from Silencer on your team. Okay, Visual Spirit. All right, okay, that's 3 people, whatever. You were one of the initiators on your team, so you got to let your team know when you feel comfortable to go in, when you think you guys will win the fight. Moving on to Visual Spirit. Oh gosh. Okay, Visual Spirit. You built an Aghanim Scepter first. I guess that's okay, cool. You can swap a little bit faster. You definitely built the mechanism, so I'm not gonna ride on you too much or argue too much about your build or anything, because you built the mechanism, so you were support for your team. I think I said it a few times before. So you understood that you were support for your team, so you did build that mechanism. So you were able to get your team that hill. So that's cool and all, but the Aghanim Scepter, I think you built that a little bit too early. I don't really remember when you built it, but I would say a little bit too. I started going for it a little bit too early. Maybe go for something else. Maybe go for Observer Wards for your team, because I don't think I remember seeing any wards on the map for the Radiant side. I did see a few for the Dire. I also don't remember. I also don't understand why you went for the Ring of Aquila, which gives you cool regen. It gives you decent regen. It gives you a nice aura. Everybody benefits from it, sure, but it would be better on Troll Warlord. That's basically the point I'm trying to put. There are other items that you can go for to help your team out. You could have built the pipe as well. You could have built the mechanism and pipe. And once again, this is me speaking, or this is me with the impression that you were playing a supportive role on your team. So speaking strictly from you playing supportive role, Aghanim Scepter is nice. It's cool. It's a luxury item basically. There are other items that you could get. As far as what those other items are, I honestly can't think of them off the top of my head. But if I could, then I would definitely name them right now. So let's just leave it at that. Because I think, yeah. Let's just leave it at that. Moving on to Lifesteal. Lifesteal, you played well. There were a few times where you could have, you played decently well. There were a few times where you could have got a easier kill if you'd have just used your ulti on top of a creep and then came back out. Your ulti, when you do that, at max level, your ulti does I think a 300 damage nuke, and it's pure damage or something like that. So basically, it'll pretty much kill anybody, or it'll pretty much kill a creep wave or something, or kill a creep wave or two, and it also can help you survive And also, you have to be a little bit more cautious about where you go, because as soon as your rage is out, as soon as your rage runs out, you're pretty much vulnerable to almost everybody. Especially if your ulti's down and your rage runs out and there's no creeps around, or if your ulti's down and there's creeps around and your rage just ran down and you're low HP to begin with, then you're in a lot of trouble. So be more cautious about when you decide to go in. You did decide to take a moment to go and farm. I do agree with that, but you need to farm a little bit faster, because you do need bigger items than just the armlet and a basher. Idealistically, you want to see a lifestealer with treads, an armlet, a blade, and maybe, wait, does he build a heart? Maybe a heart? I don't know. By about the 30-minute mark. Okay, scratch the heart, because that's kind of impossible. But at least something resembling an A-blade. Maybe have all the items that you have minus the Vanguard at about the 30-minute mark, so that and plus a hand of minus, and maybe a Maelstrom or a Maelnir. So that way you're attacking fast, you're doing a lot of damage, and you're at the 30-minute mark, which is the prime time for you to come out and just kill everything. So be a little bit more efficient with your farming. The only way to do that is just to practice last hitting. I'm terrible at last hitting, by the way, so me giving you this critique is kind of contradictory, because I'm bad at it myself. But I understand where you're coming from, or I understand what may lead to it. It's just difficult to get last hits. I don't know why, I'm just bad at getting last hits. Anyway, moving on to Venomancer. Venomancer, you built a, what was it? Yes, it was you. You built the, oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot to do it again. Alright, so this game was sent in by Wayward, the Nature's Prophet on his team. Big shout out to Nature's Prophet. This is the third game that he sent it to me so far. Maybe, yeah, third game that he sent it to me so far. So I'm definitely having fun watching all his replays and stuff. But okay, that aside, Venomancer, you built that Band of Elven skin first. There are better items to go for, as opposed to going straight for boots first. You didn't build boots first, so I'm cool. I'm happy that you didn't do that. I think I saw somebody build boots first. I don't know who it was. But anyway, at any rate, there are more efficient ways to start your build. You need to work on your early build and what build you decide to go for. As far as what your other items are, you built that Ring of Health for survivability. Okay, I understand that. You want to survive. I agree with that. You got some regen. Cool. Your Aghanim Scepter. I do not agree with you building an Aghanim Scepter at all. If you're going to be playing a carry Venomancer, or if you want to be more useful for your team, and you want to do some damage as well, and built to Manta style. I mean, it sounds weird, but yeah, built to Manta style. It's, to me, in my personal opinion, is much more useful than an Aghanim Scepter. If you don't want a Manta style, then build yourself, build a Force Staff, build a Tornado Stick, or sorry, Yule Scepter or Divinity. That's a proper name for it. Build one of those, or build an E-Blade if you really, really want to help your team out. Butterfly versus E-Blade. I think E-Blade would be more useful for you, because one, E-Blade will give you that, will force you to build that Ghost Scepter, and also give you that Aether form. So it'll basically help you survive versus all the auto attacks coming from Troll Warlord. It'll help you survive all the auto attacks coming from Lifestealer. So E-Blade will be, or Ethereal Blade, that's the proper name for that, will definitely help you out more than a Butterfly. A Butterfly will give you evasion and give you a little bit of damage, yeah, sure. But Aether Blade will do the same exact thing minus giving you the evasion. And it'll make more sense on you, because you have low HP, you're relatively squishy. I really do hate that word, by the way, but it's appropriate. You're relatively squishy, so you just need to survive. So E-Blade will definitely help you fit those carry rolls, or sorry, it'll help you, one, do a little bit more damage to make you feel better, and two, it'll give you some really good stats. Also three, it'll give you that Aether form, so you can use to run away from people when you have to. Moving on to Skeleton King. Skeleton King, I don't remember much. Yeah, not really much to say about Skeleton King. I mean, it's Skeleton King. You definitely built the way I would build. Definitely maxing the Hellfire Blast, and then putting everything else into stats. I don't agree with the critical strike so early, because you didn't really do all that much damage, but that's irrelevant. You did have an armlet relatively fast, speaking in the context of this game. You had an armlet faster than Lifestealer, so comparing directly to that, having those critical strikes didn't really matter much. So you were doing a little bit more damage before Lifestealer was, so you were able to cash in and benefit from the critical strikes, but still put a little bit more points in stats so you can have the mana pool. The mana pool in like Skeleton King is pretty bad without his stats, so stats over crit is definitely the way I go. Also, Force Staff is nice too. If you ever feel like trying it, build a Force Staff on a Skeleton King. It's freaking ridiculous. Basically, it increases your mana pool, and if you're chasing somebody, you really need to get close. You just Force Staff yourself forward, throw out a stun, hit them a few times, and then they start getting away, throw out another stun, hit them a few times, and they start getting away, and then you Force Staff yourself forward, throw out a stun, and you pretty much perma chase them. You can perma chase anybody. Okay, Huskar. Moving on to Huskar. Okay, so many things to say about Huskar. All right, well, not many, but a few things that really bother me that I really kept saying a lot. So I'm just gonna put them all in a summary right here. Basically, first thing, you spent a fortune on regen. Not as much as I've seen in the past, but you still spent a fortune on regen. You had, let's say, I think you bought 9 tangos and you bought 5 healing salves. That is 9 tangos and 5 healing salves. Idealistically, you only need about 2 tangos if you're being harassed a lot or you're being aggressive, and then you'll pretty much be fine because by that time you have your other item like a helmet of Dominator, or sorry, helmet of Iron Will to give you regen, or something to give you stats to help you survive anyway. But 9 tangos is a little overkill, especially when you have 5 healing cells. 5 healing cells is 5,000 gold. 9 tangos is 2,000 or 204. Yeah, 270 gold. So 270 gold plus 500 is 770 gold. That's 770 gold. Okay, hold on. You overbought by 4 cells and you overbought by 1 tango. So that's 490 gold. 490 gold. That's 490 gold that could have went towards your helmet of Dominator or helmet of Iron Will that would have gave you that regen that you wanted. And also, you had your inner vitality. So why did you have so many healing cells? I don't understand any. I don't understand the thinking behind why you went for that. I could definitely see if you didn't put a point in inner vitality and you had all the salves and stuff, and then put the rest of your points in Berserker's Blood or stats or something else to help get those stats or to help get those abilities maxed out faster. So that way you have some nice or you have some regen with air quotes. Not really nice regen, but you still have regen nonetheless. And then you have your points, or you have a level 4 Berserker's Blood, level 4 Flaming Spear, and 4 points in stats pretty fast. I mean, like something like that would definitely, I could see the reason in that. But you overbuilt in HP regen, specifically HP regen, especially. And that's compounded with the fact that you built so much that you put points in inner vitality. So basically, what I'm trying to say is you overbuilt in regen. Don't build that much regen. That's a waste of money. You can have that money go towards your treads, so you have faster treads. You can have that money go towards your helmet of Dominator, so you can have that lifesteal that you really wanted. You can have that money go towards the Aghanim Scepter. Technically speaking, even though it doesn't really go towards the Aghanim Scepter, it is going towards the Aghanim Scepter. I know it sounds like country, but let me explain. Basically, the longer you delay the other items that you're trying to build before you build the Aghanim Scepter, that's the more gold. That's the more wasted gold towards the Aghanim Scepter. I don't think I said that right. Hold on. The longer you it's delaying your Aghanim Scepter. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the basic gist of what I'm trying to say, and I can't figure out the words to put it in. Anyway, moving on from that. As far as your items go, do not rush, I repeat, do not rush for your Satanic. Satanic is a really nice item. It gives you some decent damage. It gives you 20 damage. It gives you 25 strength, so that's 45 damage for you. And it also gives you 25% lifesteal, which is cool. Everybody loves lifesteal. I honestly think lifesteal is overrated. Any type of lifesteal is overrated. I would definitely prefer HP regen hands down over lifesteal. Of course, there are special cases where lifesteal is definitely great, like if you're hit with a frost blast, or sorry, frostball, whatever it's called, from Ancient Apparition, and you need to heal up real fast. Then you use your lifesteal and get the HP regen. Wait, actually, hold on, I need to look that up too. I think his ice ball might stop your HP regen altogether. Like, you can't get any more HP. Anyway, all that aside, lifesteal's overrated. 17% of 100 is only 17 HP regen. So if you're doing 100 damage and you're still in life for 17%, I mean, that's not really all that much. You might think it's like, oh man, I got lifesteal, I can survive when I'm attacking. Yeah, sure. Maybe if you're hitting at 600 damage per attack, yeah, lifesteal is really good for you. If you're hitting at 600 damage per attack and you have 25% lifesteal, that is what is that? What is that? 6 times 25. Oh man, I said that wrong. That's 150. 150 HP that you're stealing per hit at 600 attack speed, or at 600 attack damage. And that brings me directly to my next point. Definitely invest in some form of damage before you start getting those big items. Yeah, cool, you got a Satanic, you can lifesteal for, what is it, 200% when it's active. 200% of 150 is 300, which is still a lot, by the way. So let's just say your damage was 150, you 200% of that, yeah, 300, cool lifesteal. But let's just say, for instance, that you decide to build an armlet, which would give you 9 strength or 9 damage. Or okay, the armlet's on, so it gives you 25 strength, 31 damage. So 25 strength plus 31, that's 56 damage, plus your 150 that you had before. So that's 200 damage. that means your life's when you life still at 200%, that basically means you're still in life at 400%. 400 life steal per hit. That is a lot more. And basically all you really did was just build one more item before you build that bigger item. And also on top of that, the armlet can be used without the life steal. I mean, hold on. I'm getting a little lost in technicality, so I'm gonna take a few steps back and just basically summarize what I'm trying to say and then move on to my next point. What I'm trying to say is basically the satanic is really good if you have a lot of damage and you attack pretty fast. You without items don't attack pretty fast or do a lot of damage. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and say this: negating the fact, or negating Huskar's inner vitality or Berserker's blood first. That is true. Now with Berserker's blood maxed, yeah, sure, okay, Huskar is an exception. He can do a little bit more damage when he's low HP. He can do a little bit more, or he can attack fast when he's low HP. Yeah, Huskar is a little bit of an exception. Sure, I agree with that. But still, if you would have had another item to give you a source of damage, then maybe Satanic would have made more sense to me. I just don't think you building Satanic so fast was a good idea. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And then the next item you built to Aghanim Scepter, which makes things even worse because Aghanim Scepter makes your ulti do a little bit more damage, or makes your ulti a little bit more efficient and all, but you still don't have the damage to follow it up. So yeah, cool, you jump in and you leap on somebody, and then you do like 10 damage per attack, and then by the time you finally kill him, your cooldown, or sorry, your ulti's off cooldown, whereas opposed to if you did, your ulti's off cooldown so you can leap him again, and you're leaping the same person every single time. I mean, based on what I'm trying to say is you need more damage. Just build damage before you build big items, because the big items are complemented by damage. Without damage, they're nothing. And my very last point on Huskar, invest in regen, please. I mean, that's really my last point. Invest in regen. Like, I don't know, what would a Huskar build for regen? A heart. Build a heart. Instead of building a satanic, build a heart, and then build some damage items, and then build a satanic. You'll do so much better. You'll have a much easier time. You'll have more fun when you kill people. And if you really want damage, build a Shadow Blade. I mean, I see it all the time. Huskar builds Shadow Blade, and he raffle stomps the entire pub team because nobody knows how to deal with Shadow Blade, apparently. Anyway, moving on to Death Prophet. Death Prophet, don't really know what much I can say about you. Every time I saw you use your ulti in a big team fight, it was extremely good because everybody was clumped up in one of those spots, so the ghost was hitting everybody, and they were doing a lot of damage. Yeah, really not much to say. I guess the only one critique I would give would be Bloodstone too fast, but even that's not really a critique. That's just a personal preference, really. The faster you build a Bloodstone, the better, but maybe a little bit more in between items, like the same case I was saying with Huskar. But even still, I can't really say that because you do technically still have in between items. You had that Null Talisman, you had that Magic Wand, you had the Phase Boots before you had that big Bloodstone. So I mean, not really much I can say about your play. Well played. Let's leave it at that. Moving on to Nature's Prophet, because you were the one that sent in the video. I really liked your play. You did backdoor, which is extremely good. And the Radiant team obviously paid for it. You basically said, okay, so these guys are going to camp out in front of my base. I'm Nature's Prophet. I'm just going to TP down bottom, kill your racks, and kill your tower, kill your ancients, and the game will be won. And that's exactly what happened. So this is a perfect case of... this game was a perfect case of the power of... the price that you pay if you don't respond to somebody pushing down your tower. If somebody's pushing down your tier 3 tower and racks, I don't care. Have everybody TP back. You do not want to lose those. Those are important. The high ground tower and racks are so darn hard to kill that is not even funny. If you basically just give it away for free, then that means the enemy team will have mega creeps in that lane, and that lane will push itself all the time, and you will constantly have to respond back to it, constantly have to go back down, and constantly have to go farm those creeps and push the weight back. Now, let's just look at it like this. Basically, if you guys would have just if the Radiant side would have just decided to TP and defend against Nature's Prophet push once, then that would have saved them a lot of time. Because they didn't TP back down bottom and defend their tower and racks once, they now have to essentially every 3 minutes they have to go down bottom and push the wave back. And now another 3 minutes they have to ignore or abandon what they're doing, go back down bottom, and push the wave back. Otherwise, they're going to lose their ancient, which they actually did. So that made it even worse. So basically, if they had just invested a little bit of time earlier just to defend their racks, then Nature's Prophet wouldn't have been able to kill their bottom racks. He probably would have died, and the game would have definitely won their favor because Troll Warlord, despite his kill, death, and assist ratio, he was actually really fed, and he was doing a lot of damage, and he can pretty much destroy the entire dire side. Not by himself, but he could go toe to toe with Skeleton King, Huskar, and probably Death Prophet. Maybe if you kill Death Prophet first, but he can definitely go toe to toe with them. So if the Dire had not pushed down that bottom set of Rex, I think the Radiant would have definitely won that game. But they didn't defend the push, and so Nature's Prophet is all by himself. He's only one person. How hard is it to kill one person? All he has to do is just teleport or TP into Visual Spirit, she stuns him, and then a Lifesteal comes in and does all the damage. Or TP into Centaur Royal Runner, and he stuns him, and then whoever else is there does a lot of damage to him, and kill him, and that ends the push. And you keep your racks, you keep your tower with a little bit of damage done to it, and the game keeps going. I mean, very well played by Nature's Prophet. You basically play Prophet the way Prophet is supposed to be played. Prophet is a split pusher. Once again, addressing Vengeful Spirit's rage, or not really rage, but argument that Nature's Prophet, or winning by backdooring is not a good way to win. I definitely do not agree with that. Winning by backdooring is a lame way to win. I definitely do not agree with that at all. But I will definitely modify your statement a little bit and say that losing by somebody backdooring you is a lame way to lose. So you guys did lose in a relatively lame fashion, although there were some really good team fights. But you guys were basically just camping on mid. You guys were doing nothing. You guys were wasting your time. That was bound to happen. Basically, you guys were getting no experience. So this is my very last point before I finally outro this video, because I'm at an hour 20 minutes. Basically, let's just put it like this. You guys were, all 5 of you were mid, away from any XP. Basically, the creep wave was a little bit too high for you guys to really sap XP from that. And there was only 3 people on the dire side in their base. So there's 5 people on your team not getting experience or gold. There's 3 people on their team not getting experience or gold. And there's 2 people on their team getting experience and gold and towers and racks and attacking your ancient. Do you basically see where the folly in that is? Basically, all 5 of you guys are just hanging out, having a picnic, mid, not getting anything, not getting any gold, not getting any experience, not getting anything at all. Just chilling, hanging out, doing high fives, playing cards, playing Scrabble, playing whatever you guys want to play. Just chilling out in front of the base. Meanwhile, your base is under attack. I mean, like that's the thing. Like if you lose to a backdoor, it's a very lame way to lose. I totally agree with that. I don't agree with the mentality you were saying that winning by backdooring is a bad idea, or is a very lame way to win. So I honestly think that the reason why you guys lost the game was not because somebody got more fed than the other, or this person got more kills, or this person kept dying, or this person was having bad engagement. It was because you guys didn't respond to Nature's Prophet killing your bottom tower and bottom racks. That was really the reason why you guys lost that game. So all that aside, Nature's Prophet, like I said, you play really well. Very good backdoor. I'm surprised it actually went through. Nobody really responded, so you just took advantage of it, killed racks and killed tower, and that pretty much won your team the game. And I'll leave it at that. So my name is Cool Blue. I brought you guys viewer replay cast number 8. This one went extremely long. I usually don't spend time explaining things or throwing out my opinions on the matches that are relatively equal to my level. But I decided to do that for this one because there were a few things that really bothered me that I really want to talk about. So anyway, critiques. If you guys have any critiques, please let me know. Please drop a comment or stop by and drop a comment. I'm open to any critiques, any criticisms, but please keep them constructive, because destructive doesn't solve much of anything. If you like the video, please like the video. If you really like my content and stuff, or like what I do, please subscribe. I'm always looking for subscribers. Once I do hit that 20 subscriber mark, I will start doing giveaways. I think I'm still not sure how or what I'm going to be giving away, but I might be giving away something. As far as I understand it right now, it will have to be something from Valve, so it'll be a game that Valve made, and it's kind of vague because it could be any game that Valve made, and pretty much everybody on Steam already has a game that Valve made, so nobody wants it. But it'll be a giveaway. It'll be free. Give it to somebody else. Give it to a friend. So and all you have to do is just leave comments, subscribe, and all that stuff. So that'll probably be at 20 subscribers. Right now I'm at 11, so 9 more, and I'll start doing that. I'll start getting the details done on that. Anyway, technically Dota series, that will be up whenever I hit random podcast number 30. I'll be working on that. And as far as everything else, I'm gonna be doing a few more videos. I have 3 random pubs to do today. And then I got 6,000 pictures to look through that I took this weekend, because I went to a ballroom dance competition. It was very fun. Big shout out to NC State. Go Wolfpack. That was a really good competition you guys held, and I had fun. And now I have pictures to post. And also I got homework to do. Oh god, homework, the homework. My homework's not due until Wednesday, but the sooner I do it, the better. Anyway, all that aside, I'm just ranting. Let me stop, what's that word? Let me stop, wait, hold on. Yeah, let me stop digressing. I think that's the word, that's the proper word for that. Criticisms, subscribe, stuff, like, yeah, alright, so that's it. See you guys whenever.